Hi and welcome, Ritvik.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's so good to see you
Yeah, it's
after a
been
year or
while.
so.
Yeah.
Back in the summer after a year in university.
Yeah.
I know we've been having these conversations over a call, but having you at our office today is really special.
That's certainly a
And thank you
pleasure.
for coming over.
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
How's it been in terms of looking at life before you left for college and 1 year later? Kind of a broad brushstroke of what it was like for you.
Yeah, it's almost unrecognizable to look at life before college. Like I think the amount of experiences I've gone through, like they've completely changed me. Like after school, I thought, okay, so school just ended. I was really sad, and I was like, okay, so college is coming. I was anxious, and but I think both semesters taught me a lot, and it's really different. Like it's all been good experiences looking at it from like a broader perspective. Yeah.
I've always known you to be that philosopher poet. And this morning I read a report on how technocrats and technology company CEOs consider themselves as philosophers now.
Yeah.
So there used to be philosopher kings, and now you have philosopher trillionaires who are techies. And you're also in a tech school, very famous tech school. So tell me a little bit more about your university.
Okay, so I'm studying at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign.
In short, UFI, right?
Yeah, UFI.
A lot of people in India call it UIUC, but it's not so common there, right?
Yeah, you can say it either ways. UFI technically consists of 3 campuses: UIUC, UIC, and I believe Florida. No, not
Got
Florida. But when you're there, you're already in campus. You're already in Champaign, so you can say it UFI or UIUC either ways. But from an outer perspective, it's better to say it as UIUC, so you know which branch you're talking about. Yeah.
Right.
But no, it's a large school, and the best thing about it is you'll meet tons of people who share your similar interests, who don't, and you can try anything and everything there. And the best thing about the school is the supporting environment, because I don't think I could see myself at another school after spending a year there. There were doubts in the middle that, oh, maybe I can transfer into another college, particularly Berkeley. But after spending a year and getting to meet with people who share your interest and like support you, it's a place where you can do anything and be anything.
Fantastic. So I think many students go into their second choice college sometimes, right? And a few students also get waitlisted at most of their colleges, given the trends recently that I've seen. If you're only applying to schools which are tier 1 and not many likely schools, that chance can occur. But one point that you mentioned was you were at one point considering transferring or looking at things, and how quickly you changed your mind. That's really incredible. And you visited Berkeley also. So this was prior to joining UFI, or was it during the break?
I think I was after the entire college decision. You're obviously under a lot of, you just got all your decisions back, and my number one choice was Berkeley at the start. So I was waitlisted for like 3 months or so, and then I guess 2 weeks before going to college, I finally got the Berkeley decision. So I was obviously disappointed a bit, but when I went there, I loved the school, I loved the college from the start. But yeah, for Thanksgiving break, I went to Berkeley, and that's when the feelings of uncertainty kind of arose, where it's like, oh, I love the campus. The campus is beautiful. They've done a lot. They've had a lot of advancements. But I came back and I was like, oh wait, I love Berkeley. Should I transfer? Should I even consider of thinking in that direction? But then I spent more time at UIUC, especially last semester, where I fully grew in love with this college, and I don't think I can see myself anywhere else.
Yeah, I can't imagine you not being a busy person. So busy in school and starting things, doing things, participating in extracurriculars and a wide range of extracurriculars. So, UFI being a campus town, so to speak, a college town, does it afford the breadth that you were looking for?
Yeah, I didn't really expect there to be not so much there. When I heard about it being a campus town, when we say it's a campus town, it is truly a campus town. There's only the college buildings, there's one mall or like one shopping center like 30 minutes away, and that's pretty much it. We're in the middle of cornfields, but you can always find stuff to do, and there's always things to do. I think the college itself has so much to offer, you don't ever feel that you're being sold short. You're not getting the short stick at any point of time. You can explore the cities, and it's quite fun to go to different places, but it has everything that I would want to do. I've tried out multiple things at college. Dance team, there's an ice skate arena which is free, there's rock climbing, there's tons of things that you can just do for free and experience. So it has everything you would want to do, or you possibly wanted to try to do, you can.
A lot of the experience in college is about interacting with others, peers, seniors, faculty, beyond just the academic setting in a classroom or a lab. Participating in clubs is quite a natural thing. For someone like you, I would imagine you would have signed up for many. So how was that for you, and what did it teach you? College admissions as a process, many of these activities require sign up, reflection, and then identifying right fit. So how did that go for you?
It was definitely stressful, clubs and all. I guess you really learn how to deal with rejection. Like college applications is like the first hit, and then you get into the college, and then it's the entire process again. Like the entire process again. The clubs are super competitive, and the thing is, you're competing with others who are just as talented, if not more, for the same spots, for very limited spots. So you definitely deal with rejections a lot more. For example, I tried out consulting clubs for the first time last semester. Never even thought of going in that domain, but I tried out consulting clubs, applied for some. I didn't get into any of them, made it through interviews. Final decision, didn't get into any of them. But like that only pushes me to learn more this summer and apply it next semester again. So you definitely deal with a lot more rejections because everything is competitive. But it's a good environment. You get a lot of help from other people who are already there, and they vouch for you, they help you, guide every step of the way. So it's good.
Yeah, talking about consulting clubs,
Yeah.
In fact, we have students who want to do activities like these, who are now working at top consulting firms back in India, who wish to come over to our office and run different programs over weekends, meetups and networking, but some learning as well. So I'll keep you in mind for that. Probably get wisdom from UFI to us.
No, I think it'll be helpful because in college you definitely want to broaden your horizon and try out a lot of things, especially career-wise. If you're not extremely sure of what you want to do later on after college, you definitely want to try out different domains. So just having someone who actually knows about them to give them some tips or how to go through it a little bit.
So what was your learning of joining or attempting to join very selective consulting clubs? What is the process and what are they looking for?
You definitely have to have a lot of practice in terms of there's no one else other than you who has to ultimately get through it. Like people can vouch for you, but it's just repetition and consistency. You have to solve problems over and over again. I believe if you talk about consulting in particular, just go online. There are tons of tutorials. There are tons of case studies, case interviews. after you practice about 100 of them or so, you really start to get a feel of it. Like, how are the problems designed? What buckets you kind of have to look out for? How they want you to give the answer. But so I did do most of that. It was a fast process because I was at the end of the application cycle. But one thing, you have to really build up on your technicals. For example, technical terminology. I was never familiar with any terms related to business side of things, finance, commerce, anything related to that. So in the interview, I was definitely stumped when they asked me questions related to that. But it's just you have to go through and invest a lot of time into it. Most of my friends who are in consulting clubs right now, they basically practice the entire summer, just trying out 2 to 3 problems every single night for a month or two, and then just building that up.
When you say problems, these could be case studies.
Yeah, mostly case studies. So how it works is, for any clubs or organizations, your first round, not even first round, before they select you, is just a questionnaire form where it's basically 4 to 5 questions. You apply, you write answers, you vouch for yourself, you give them your resume. After you get selected for the first round, it's a behavioral interview, similar questions just in front of a person. And then you get into the technical interviews, where for tech clubs, it's usually a technical interview where they ask you to solve some DSA problems or make something up or create something on the spot. For consulting, for example, it's case interviews where they give you a situation, they give you a hypothetical situation of a company, and you're supposed to give them the best possible way you can approach that as a consultant working for that company. So after that interview, if there's a third interview, it will be similar to that, and then you finally get in. So it's a long process.
Wonderful. And I'm sure beyond like these high-strung clubs, you would have also joined the dance club or something else. Those must be easier to get in, right, for someone like you?
Yes, for a lot of the other, let's say, funner organizations, you just have to audition. For example, any music related, I have friends in choir. For me, I'm in a dance team, so I just had to go. I went to the clinics where they basically teach you the choreography, and then you go for the auditions. They select you. I think for my team, they usually select like 3 to 4 people, average across all teams per semester, depending on who is graduating, how many people are still left and all. But yeah, it was definitely more fun.
So another benefit of clubs I've seen is where you meet students from different backgrounds, different cultures, countries, races. So was that the case for you, or you were just joining clubs where they were mostly South Asian descent people?
I guess most of the organizations or clubs, or even my friend circle itself, is basically centered around where I'm from. It's mostly international people, people from Dubai, Indian Americans, people who are brought up there but have some origins in the family of Indian descent. There are obviously a few exceptions, but it's just a fact that when you go to a different country, go to a different college, you're all technically alone there. So it's more comfortable to be around people who are basically similar to like how you've grown up here, right? So I guess most of my friend group right now and most of the clubs I'm part of have more South Asian people and Indian people.
Sure. Okay, great. So it was fun to hear about your initial experiences and settling down and thriving in a community. Academics in the first year is always kind of a blur because you have to choose your gen ed courses and then get credits for whatever you've done, maybe AP placements. So how was that like? Was it seamless? Was the course load that you took very difficult? Is the next semester looking challenging? Just give us a whole rundown. Is it a trimester or a trimester?
It's a dual semester.
Okay.
Yeah. So APs help. APs help a lot. They help you.
And give context that you were in a CBSE school.
Oh yes, I was in a CBSE school, so we did not have traditional AP exams as compared to the IB board. So I gave 3 APs extracurricularly. It was calculus BC, it was physics C, mechanics, physics C, ENM, and I gave the SAT exam. So some of my courses, particularly an English RET course that we had to take, was I had credits for that through SAT, and some of my calculus classes I had credit, and physics classes I had credit through my APs and other exams. So they definitely help you a lot. Otherwise, you'd have to, if you already know the material, you'd have to take the proficiency exams and then just prof out of a class to take the next class. So they definitely help you a lot, and I believe everyone should give them and actually study for them in order to get credits, because it's much easier to actually just focus on the course or focus on the classes that you would want to take later in your future, but there are some prerequisites which are like blocking you, and then you first have to take them. So it's just a longer process. But academically, it's definitely challenging. Like personally, it was a different system where everything has marks, everything is divided. Your homeworks, your assignments, your attendance, each and every exam makes up a part of what grade you get ultimately in the class. And there were definitely challenging classes. For example, the first semester or the first year throughout, you take more of like the orientation classes and just introduction to engineering classes. But I took multivariable calculus in my first semester, which was really hard. And this semester, some of my computer science classes were hard. But it gives you a good amount of push, and it definitely builds you later. For example, I admire the computer science curriculum that we have, because they really teach you step by step how it's going to get harder. My first class, which I took in first semester, they offered retests where you can retake the test and potentially increase your score. The second class I took this semester, they offer retests, but you can get like 50% of your score increased. Next semester it's like 20%, and the next class after that they don't offer retests at all. So they definitely build you up step by step. So in that way it's good, but it'll definitely be challenging even in the first year. But definitely do try to study and maintain your GPA, because it only gets harder. Next semester it's possibly the most challenging semester for me. I have 6 technical classes where I'm trying to explore my major path still. So yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to.
So within computer science, there are different paths, and UIUC has this whole CS plus economics, CS plus this, right? The dual programs. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I believe UIUC has one of the most diverse curriculums in computer science, in data science, AI. Like, I believe they have around 20 plus CS plus X, where you're taking computer science classes plus another domain, and this domain ranges from anything to everything. There's computer science plus statistics, mathematics, bioengineering, physics, and then it ranges to animal sciences, crop sciences, philosophy, astronomy, like chemistry. There's everything and anything. Anthropology, there's everything that you can take, and they're adding more courses, more and more. So now we have data science plus X, and later on I think we'll also have AI plus X. So they really want to push people or have people some sort of technical background
So the
along with a major.
The plus X, the X doesn't have to be a major.
Yeah, so everything, the CS plus X together itself is one major, rather than like a double major. For example, you take
or
A and B.
major minor. It's not like that. This is combined.
It's combined one
it's
major.
It's more like a individual major than independent major.
Yeah, it's you take classes for both of them. For example, for a double major like A and B, you take 100% of the class, 100% of these classes. For this major, it's like 50-50. So it's not 1 plus 1, it's 0.5 plus 0.5.
And you can map the courses you want in a way which interests you.
Yeah,
that's really interesting.
There's a lot of choice.
So you learn how to apply what you're learning as a techie in the context you want.
Yeah, for example, in my domain, I have computer science plus bioengineering. So a biotech industry would be like the most probable option.
Career cluster.
Yeah.
Or even the major.
Yeah.
Okay, biotech engineering. So
yeah.
okay, so you're just saying C or DS plus X or CS plus X or AI plus X are just pathways for a totally different termed major. Like biotech engineering would be engineering, whereas say a CS plus biotech would be something else. So these are not independent majors of their own. They don't call them CX plus X is not called a major.
No, it is a major.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's just that within the field of biotech engineering is what
Yeah.
you'll focus on.
Yeah,
Got it.
because I have experiences from both sides.
Sure.
So obviously you can apply computer science itself, bioengineering itself, or like the mixture of them both. But yeah, you get both experiences, so you're a more probable candidate for them, a more ludicrous candidate for them.
So I'm not going to bother you too much with academic questions because I know you'll get worse, and then you'll be like coming back here again, and we'll talk about how you ace them.
We'll see. We'll hope.
Great. So what do you do for fun? Like rapid fire questions. Like how do you find your me time? How do you do stuff with other people just for the heck of it?
So I have like daily walks, not daily, but very regular walks.
In the cold as well.
Yeah, in the cold as well. You put on a thick enough jacket, you put on gloves, you take heat warmers with you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's a beautiful campus and there's so much to explore. Like the amount of niche spots I have found, or people have led me to, my friends have led me to. So at night, at like 9 to 10 p.m. or so, I just go on a walk, come back after 2 hours. So that's fun. Obviously, joining the dance team was really fun. That was one of my major activities that I've heavily enjoyed. But yeah, you get time for many things. For example, last semester I was into ice skating a lot, so I went to the ice arena quite frequently, and now I'm taking on ice skating class next semester as well. So they're fun classes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
A happy student is something that I really look forward to meeting all the time.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming over.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for whoever's watching. Please do send your comments. And
Yeah.
we'll take in questions. When
Any
we send them.
questions?
Yeah.